Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Welcome to Ma TV English channel. Please share our videos with the intention of Sawab Jariya.
Surah Fatiha benefits. This surah has excellent importance in Quran. We slightly mention some of the benefits of reading it. It achieves communication between believers and Allah. Al Fatiha is a dialogue between the believers as people pray and talk to Allah while Allah responds to His servants back. In a hadith narrated by Abu Huraira, God's messenger declared that God Most High had said, "I have divided the prayer into two halves between my servant and me, and my servant will receive what he asks." When the servant says, "Praise be to God, the Lord of the universe," God Most High says, "My servant has praised me." When he says, "The compassionate, the merciful," God Most High says, "My servant has lauded me." When he says, "Possessor of the day of judgment," he says, "My servant has glorified me." When he says, "Thee do we worship, and of thee do we ask help," he says, "This is between my servant and me, and my servant will receive what he asks." Then when he says, "Guide us on the straight path," he says, "This is for my servant, and my servant will receive what he asks." Muslim transmitted it. It's dua for the straight road. In Fatiha, you always pray to Allah to direct you to the straight road, saying, "Guide us to the straight path." Imam Jafar ibn Jarir said that the straight path is evident with no deviation or twists. Sheikh al-Islam said that Surah Fatiha included the best dua. When Allah guides His servant to the straight path, He helps him obey Him and avoid His prohibitions, so he becomes fortified against all evils in this life and hereafter, and he feels prosperous and blissful. Asking Allah for help from Allah. Like asking Allah to guide you, you ask Allah for help, saying, "You are we worship, and ask help." In a hadith of Prophet Muhammad, reported by Abdullah ibn Abbas, he said, "Iyaka na'ubudu wa iyaka nasta'in," means it's only you who we worship, fear, and wish, and we have no one to ask but you. While "you we ask for help" means we ask you to aid us to obey you willingly, and we ask your help in all of our life's affairs. Life after death, Islamic view to the afterlife that will melt your heart. It's a cure for diseases. Al-Fatiha is a cure for the diseases of the soul and body, for it's a cure for the soul, said Ibn al-Qayyim. Asking Allah to guide us to the straight path is a healer against being astray, while saying, "It is you we worship, and you we ask help," is a cure for the heart disease. Also, Surah Al Fatiha is a medicine for the body's disease, and this hadith confirms this fact. Abu Sa'id Khudri reported that some companions of Allah's Messenger set out on a journey, and they happened to pass by a tribe from the tribes of Arabia. They asked for hospitality from the members of that tribe, but they did not extend any hospitality to them. They said to them, "Is there any incantator amongst you?" as the chief of the tribe was stung by a scorpion. A person amongst us said, "Yes." So he came to him, and he said Surah Al Fatiha while healing the patient, and he became all right. The chief tribe offers to give him a flock of sheep as a gift, but he refuses. "I shall inform that to the Prophet, and if he approves of it, then I shall accept it." Sahih Muslim. If you're interested in learning more about the costs associated with quality Quran education, including classes focused on proper recitation of important surahs like Al Fatiha, read our comprehensive guide on the real cost of online Quran classes, what you're actually paying for. It's the first surah in the Holy Quran. It's the first and greatest surah in Quran, as Prophet Muhammad said. Abu Sa'id ar-Rafi bin al-Mu'alla, may Allah be pleased with him, reported, the Messenger of Allah said, "Shall I teach you the greatest surah in the Quran before you leave the mosque?" Then he took my hand, and when we were about to step out, I reminded him of his promise to teach me the greatest surah in the Quran. So he said, "It is Alhamd Lillahi Rabbil Alameen, that is, Surah Al Fatiha, which is the 7 oft-repeated ayats and the great Quran, which is given to me." And there is no verse or surahs better than in all the religious messages, as said in another hadith. Nothing like it has been sent down in the Torah, the Injil, the Zabur, or the Quran, and it is 7 of the oft-repeated verses and the great Quran, Quran 1587, which I have been given. Tirmidhi transmitted it. Surah Al Fatiha includes all the meanings of the Quran relating to monotheism, so it's called the mother of the Quran and the origin of all surahs, and that's why Muslims recite it in every prayer. Its recitation is a pillar of prayer. Reciting Surah Al Fatiha is required, wajib, and prayer is not validated without it, as Prophet Muhammad said. Allah's Messenger said, "Whoever does not recite Al Fatiha in his prayer is invalid." So we say Al Fatiha in each prayer and each rak'ah, which equals 17 times every day.